Hi there, Crafty Peeps. Enis here from Papercrafting with Enis, and I'm on today with some experimental project shares, as well as part one of a two-part series on my latest Lisa's Craft Room haul. Now, for those of you who follow me, you know that I have a sister named Lisa, who, actually I have more than one sister, but Lisa's the one I'm talking about, who lives not far from me, and once a month we have a crafty day. And sometimes we do something that is something we're familiar with, or we have some project we need to get done, or some cards, and sometimes we just experiment and try something new. So yesterday we met and we did something new. And I'm going to share that with you today and talk a little bit about it. And also, of course, she sent me home with a huge bag of crafty goodies that is overflow from her massive stash of craft stuff. So anyway, before we get into the craft haul, I just want to quickly show you some of the things that we did. So when I got there, she had her craft tables all set up for us to do some watercolor or water reactive projects. I don't really know what you want to call it. I'm new to it. I don't know much about it. And I'm just going to tell you up front, I'm terrible at it. And it's not my thing, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So let me reorder this pile of stuff here. So she had a bunch of these little tubs of powders, and they were, some were from Ranger, some were Brutus Monroe. I don't know whatever else was there, but what you do with them is you take watercolor paper, which is what this is, the white and the black. You spritz it with water, and then you take these little powders and you sprinkle the powders onto the paper. And if it dries out, you spritz it with some more, and then you use a puffer tool to kind of spread the water and the powders around to make, I don't know, watercolor effects, which this doesn't really look like a watercolor effect, but this is what I ended up with. Like I said, I'm not good with it. I don't know much about it. I had fun, but it's not something I probably would take up as a hobby. So anyway, this was the first try for me, and she made a bunch of them. Some of them are in here. We also used some paste, which I'll show you a couple of those as well. So this was one of the items that I made, which looks awful. And let me think. This one here, Lisa made, and she used a stencil, and then she took a paste. I do believe they were Simon Hurley. I want to say they were lunar pastes of some kind, and she did a kind of an ombre effect on the black watercolor paper, and I think that looks pretty cool, pretty nice. And then the leftovers from scraping that off, we just smudged it on another piece, and she gave it to me to take home. And I think that what I probably will do with this is use it for die cutting. If I need like something for a background and I want a red shimmer in the background, I think this might work for that. Other than that, I'm not so sure. Okay. This was my second attempt at the water reactive powders, and I went with something a little bit more structured than this. Okay, also not so good, but it's a first try, and what do you want? So what this is I took a stencil and I used a silver paste, and I went over the stencil, and that's how I got these stars. Then I spritzed the cardstock with the water and sprinkled some of the blue and red reactive powders on it. And then I dried it with a embossing gun, and this was the effect that I got. Now, I did notice this was something that was a surprise to us. If you heat the paste, it starts to bubble up. So it kind of gave it a nifty effect, actually. It was a surprise to both of us. But anyway, once again, not the greatest, but it was fun to do. We had a lot of fun. And then these here, these two, what these are is when we got this all water on it, and it was just a whole lot of water, we took the white watercolor and smooshed it on top of there, and then pulled it away and used the heat gun just to dry it, and got kind of a watercolor effect on there. So yeah, that was interesting. Not my thing, but it was fun. That's all I can say. And then I tried to do something else a little more structured, and I tried to make some flowers, but yeah, not so sure I would use this on a project, but it was fun. Okay, so that was part of our crafty endeavors. And I see I'm getting some of that red on me here. That red really sticks to everything. Then we did a bunch of die cutting. And actually, she did the die cutting, but that's okay. And we did a bunch of card backgrounds or card fronts. So there's this really gorgeous silver tree. And I'm going to push that aside and turn this one over. And then there's this one, which is very delicate, and I've already kind of messed this up, so it's going to be popped up until I put it on a card. But I think this would make a great background on a card front. So that was pretty neat. So those are the super intricate ones. Then I have this one here. And of course it cut out all of these little pieces here, and you can cut them in different colors and make like a mosaic, but we didn't save them. And then this, I actually had the cutout that goes in the middle here, and you can put that back in for your card front or leave it out, maybe put a picture in there. But that was really pretty. Then there's this green one, which is gorgeous. Basket weave. And for some reason we did two of these. Really pretty. This one is gorgeous. I love the, and by the way, we did foil cardstock for all of these card front backgrounds. That's really pretty. Then we've got this geometric, this really cute heart one, and the last one was this one here, really pretty. Now, we did do some other things as well, and I did bring my new KS Craft, trying not to mess up this tree because it's very delicate. I did bring my KS Craft April release dies to her house just to show her. And we did cut out a few of the, I think they call these chamomile or chamomile flowers. And she did the die cuts, and then I stuck them together, and then I'm going to decorate these here at the house. So those are kind of cute. So that was fun. And then she had this beautiful sunflower die. Look at how pretty those are. Once again, she cut them out, and then I glued them together, and she was using her electronic die cutting machine. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. She got it from scrapbook.com. I don't have an electronic machine, and I'm okay with that. I do have my Cricut, and I have a Cricut Joy as well, and my Big Shot, and that's fine with me. But she used her electronic machine to cut all these things out, so that was fun. Yeah, I think that was it for our crafts that we did. So we did the reactive inks and the pastes, and then we cut out the card backgrounds and did some flowers. We had lunch, we chit-chatted and all that. So, and of course, she did have a bag of goodies for me, sitting and waiting. So I'm going to show you some of those things. And like I said, I'm going to split this into two videos. So this was part of the crafting that we did and part of the haul. And then I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to record the second half, and I will have that on 2 days in a row for you to watch. So she did place a couple of orders when scrapbook.com was giving away these books for free. So she had a couple of these and gave one to me. And this magazine is just so full. It's a big one. I think the biggest one I've ever seen. This is 80 pages long. And there's a lot in here. So this will be fun. And I'm going to look through this magazine, and then I will probably have this in a giveaway. So there are a few things that I did tell her I will probably give away. And I'll point those out to you, and then I'll let you know later, either in this video or in the next, how you can win these goodies. So this is one that's going to go into a giveaway. And then she gifted me a number of stickers. So, of course, she and I both like the cats. So she had extras of this. So she gave me these Twinkle Sticker cat stickers. I love those. And by the way, these will not be in the giveaway because I love the kitties. Then she gave me this pack of, I don't know if you want to call it, these might be the koi fish. So you have these blue ones, and then there's the goldfish ones in the back. And on the back side, you can see there's some water plants. And this is not my style, but I think it's somebody. So this is going to be in a giveaway. So that's something. Then she gave me this little pack of, I guess they're clear acetate flowers. Very, very pretty. And she had doubles of this, so she gave me one, and I will definitely be keeping and using those. And if you saw my recent haul video for KS Craft and Scrap Diva, I mentioned that I had a problem with a couple Temu orders recently where somehow the shippers got my address covered up and they couldn't deliver my packages, so they shipped them back to Temu. Well, in one of the orders, because that happened to 2 orders that were packaged together, I had actually ordered some of these book and page corners. And it just so happened those got shipped back, but my sister Lisa had a bunch, and so she gave me some. So I have those. So, so pretty. Love them, love them, love them. So generous of her. So that's that. Whole bunches of them. Look there. And by the way, I'm going to squinch the camera down so I can get a little bit closer here. Let's see. Let's see how that is. That's a little better. Okay, so this is actually just a craft jar, and in the jar, what she does is she takes these chamois cloths and she dampens them and puts them inside these jars, and you have to keep this damp. That's why it's in a sealable jar. And I think what she uses these for is wiping off her stamps and cleaning different areas, and when the cloth gets super, super dingy or dirty and can't be cleaned anymore, she just pitches it and gets another one. So she gave one to me, and I think that'd be great for wiping off my little surface here. So that's good. Plus, I think it'll help get the kiki hair off of it. So that was another item. She did get this Pops of Color for free from scrapbook.com and gifted it to me, and this is Gloss Honeydew, and I don't think I have this in my Pops of Color stash, so I am very grateful to have that. Super, super good. She also gifted me this little pill box, and isn't that adorable? It's got a little Halloween scene there with a black cat, and you just push the little button and it pops open. And it is a pill box, but I think this would be good for a little tiny trinket box. So that's darling. Really, really cute. So she gave me that, and then she gave me this Simon Hurley Says Stamps paw. And, you know, this is good for, you know, using to poke out your stuff when you need to poke out little pieces from your die cuts and whatnot. And I think you can use it for other things, but that's what I think I'll probably use that for. And then she had gotten some of these reversible tweezers, and she only needed a couple pairs, but it came in a pack of 6, so she gave me a pair. So I actually have a couple of pairs like this, so this may be in a giveaway as well. So that's that. Just a couple more random things, and then I'm going to end this video here. So talk about random. Okay. She was cleaning out her craft room and she found this VFW holiday music CD. So she gave it to me. Yeah. I don't even know if my CD player works anymore, but we'll give it a try around maybe Christmas in July or Christmas time. So that was a random item. You never know what Lisa's going to find in her craft room. And then she gifted me this gorgeous braided trim. So I don't know what I will do with this, but yeah, it might make perfect on some projects. So I'm glad to have that, and it's black. So that's pretty cool. And the last thing I'm going to show you in this little haul are these trims that she found. Now, she actually used to do some sewing as well as me. Not quite as much as me, but she actually worked at Hancock Fabric, I think, years ago. And so she had these in her stash. She doesn't need them anymore. So we've got some deep blue or navy blue piping. We've got a purple double fold bias tape and a black twill tape. So I don't know what I'm going to use these for, but hey, I'll put them in my stash with the rest of them, because I do have some of these in my stash in other colors. So that's it. That's all I'm going to share with you in this part of the haul. Believe me, I have more. It's going to be in part 2. I hope you had fun watching this, seeing our crazy crafting session we had. Like I said, not my style of crafting, but it was fun to try. I won't be getting into this, but I was open to doing it, and we had a lot of fun, and she's clearly a lot better than me because, you know, this is what I did. Okay. So thanks for hanging out with me today and catching this part of my Lisa's Craft Room haul and a little bit of crafty stuff. And I'm going to say goodbye, and I will catch you on the second half of the Lisa's Craft Room haul, and keep your eyes open. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a great evening, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later, Crafty Peeps. Bye.